Hi everyone. I wanted to take a minute and go over the syllabus with you all. Um, it is available within Canvas in a couple of ways. From the home page, I've embedded a link that you can click on, and there you can either read the syllabus or you can also download it and print it. And also, you can go into Canvas and click on the tab on the left side that says syllabus, which will also take you to the syllabus. And there you'll find a link you can click on, download it as well if you prefer. But I just wanted to, take the opportunity to review this in a little more detail. You obviously can read it and go over it, and that might be good enough for you. But I just really want to make sure you understand it thoroughly and that you acquaint yourself with this document, understand how the course is set up, what the expectations are, and also the grading policy and important things like that. So this is Human Development 11, Infant and Toddler Development, my favorite topic. We're going to be looking at infant and toddler development from preconception through age 3. We're going to be looking at all the different developmental domains. We're also going to be looking at theoretical framework and how the family and relationships play into development for infants and toddlers. I'm going to skim over some of this stuff. I just want to highlight a few things. Our required course text is Teaching and Learning with Infants and Toddlers, Where Meaning Making Begins by Mary Jane McGuire Fong. You can get this at our school bookstore, and you can also order it online. I know Amazon has it. There's probably a few other ways you can get it that might even be more affordable. The best way to get a hold of me is through Canvas. So message me in Canvas. I am available through email until our course starts. So by the time you're watching this video and listening to me here, you will have already started the course. So message me in Canvas if you need to get a hold of me. I check my messages all the time. If you message me on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday, you want to give me a little more time to get back to you. So how our course is set up is each week we will have a module. We'll have a part 1 and a part 2 actually, because this is a summer course, so it's gonna only be 8 weeks. But it will start each Monday and end each Sunday. So the course will open up Monday morning, bright and early, and it'll end Sunday evening at 11:59 p.m. So one difference is that exams and quizzes will be available for segments of the week. And so you have to look for that, and I'll always make an announcement and make sure you know ahead of time when the exams and quizzes will open and close, but typically they'll open on a Wednesday and then close on a Sunday. In each weekly module, like I said, there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2. And within both of those parts of each module, there'll be different assignments and activities, which could include lectures, films, articles, readings from our text, of course, some online assignments, and then discussion boards, which we'll talk about more here in a minute. So for the drop policy, it is up to you to engage in this course, of course. And so if I don't hear from you the first week and you haven't completed the discussion board, then I will have to drop you. And if you don't complete the first week 1 module and the discussion board, again, I have to drop you. And then after the second week of the semester, it's your responsibility to drop the class if you choose to not continue. Okay, so for the course requirements, we are going to have 2 exams, a midterm and a final. The final's not accumulative. All quizzes and exams, are open book, open notes. I see a typo in here that I'm going to have to go back and fix. Right here it says each exam will be worth 25 points. That's not correct. Each exam appears correct. Each exam will be worth 50 points. So I'll go back in and correct that. Timing of exam and troubleshooting, you guys can go ahead and look at. So for the quizzes, we're going to have 3 quizzes. The first one is this week and it's on the syllabus. And then we'll have 2 additional quizzes through the semester. They're each worth 20 points. The discussion boards are a big chunk of our total points, and want to make sure you understand how those are set up so there's no confusion. Each week there will be a discussion board. They are worth 25 points each. And when you go into the discussion board, there is a rubric. I've included in the instructions of each discussion board how to access the rubric. And I want you to make sure and check that out before you even make your first initial post, because it's going to very clearly explain the point system and hopefully help with the understanding of what's expected and how many points it's worth. Hopefully that just made sense how I explained that. But go in and check out the rubric, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I just want you to know that it's there. A lot of people don't realize that there's a rubric. Okay, so to receive full credit for the discussion board, you will make 3 posts, 1 initial post and 2 follow-up posts to your peers. The first post is going to be your post, and it's going to be answering the question posed in the discussion board. And it is due by Wednesday of each week at 11:59 p.m. And I've set the assignment, the discussion board, it shows that it's due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Hopefully that will help eliminate the confusion, and you will make sure to get that initial post in by 11:59 p.m. Wednesday of each week. And then the 2 follow-up posts to your peers, those are going to be due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So you have a few more days to come back and revisit the discussion board and comment on your peers' posts. And, with the online platform, the discussion board's really the primary way that we are going to be engaging with one another. And so the reason each discussion board is worth so much points is because I want to make sure that it's really interactive, quality assignment that you guys are participating in and getting to know each other in. There's also, within the discussion board tab, a student lounge and a general questions, and these are areas just for you guys. The student lounge is a place where you guys can go and have conversations with each other. Maybe it's about the class, maybe you need support with something, maybe it has nothing to do with the class. Of course, keep it appropriate for our online class platform, but that's an area for you guys to go in and just communicate with each other. And then with the general questions discussion board, oftentimes you guys know the answer and can get back to each other before I even get a chance to. And so it's just an area where you can ask a question that might be an easy answer from another student. There will be 2 reflective journal writing assignments. Each one will be worth 40 points. I think the first one is the second week of our semester, so look for that. We will have 1 midterm assignment. It's on temperament. It's one of my favorite topics. And that will be toward the middle of the semester. That's worth 40 points. So we will also have weekly activities. These are going to be embedded within the weekly modules. And an important thing about the activities I want you to know is that they don't always show up under assignments. So if you go in and click on assignments, or if you go into syllabus and it shows when assignments are due, it's not going to, I can't guarantee that it will show all the activities that are due. So the main way to guarantee that you have access to and complete all of the weekly activities is by going through each weekly module in order from beginning to end, top to bottom, however you see it. And if you do it that way, not only are you going to follow the class in the order it's meant to be presented, but you're also going to ensure that you, again, have access and are able to complete each of the weekly activities. Typically, there'll be one activity in week 1, part 1, one activity in week 1, part 2, for example, each worth 5 points. And so by the end of the semester, all the weekly activities will add up to 80 points. And this kind of leads into class participation. So this is another really important thing to understand is you can get 5 points for participation each week, but you have to complete all the assignments and activities for each week. So if you're going through your module from top to bottom, beginning to end, and you're completing all the required assignments and activities, you're going to get an additional 5 points for participation. And I did put in there, maybe not on the syllabus, but in our week 1 module and introduction, that it's really an all or nothing thing. So you complete it all, you get the 5 points. You don't complete something, 1 or 2 things even, then you're not going to get the participation points. Within the grading information, I just want you to know that all the assignments and most activities are going to have a rubric. So again, look for those. At the bottom of our syllabus, you can see the total points possible and what each assignment is worth. And then down here, you can see the grading system. I typically don't offer extra credit. Once in a while, an opportunity will come up that's really applicable to the course, and I'll offer it to everyone if that happens. At the very bottom of the syllabus is this weekly course schedule. It's just a really nice way to have a visual of our weeks and the topics, the readings that are due, the assignments that are due, if there's a quiz. So know that that's there at the bottom of the syllabus and that you can refer to that weekly for assignments and things due. I hope that was helpful. Of course, if you have any other questions at any time, message me in Canvas and I will be happy to reach out to you and do my best to answer any questions you have. I'm looking forward to the semester. I hope you guys are too, and I will talk to you soon.